Well, I was planning to do a different story altogether about the transfer news of the new Arsenal striker they're really targeting, who is really a high-profile one that was broken, I think, earlier yesterday. And the story came to my news desk and I said, it's so much important for me to inform my fellow Arsenal fans and all those that will be watching in Rokani Media Football about how Thomas Partey is out of the Arsenal squad. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Now, we are going to talk about Trossard coming out and really hinting about his instincts as far as this game is concerned. Haaland has spoken out. Then Martin Odegaard, the captain of Arsenal, has also gone out and really spoken to the Arsenal website, and we've gotten that news from arsenalbuzz.com, and obviously we are here to let you know about that as far as Arsenal is concerned. So smash the like button, guys, comment and share, and let's get this rolling. Now, this man is known as leaked lineups, known as team news, and ticks. Every time when a game is going to start, like an hour to, like 2 hours to the game, he tells us some players that have really gone ahead to start. I think that news is leaked to him. But today, he has told us the following, and it's really so much worrisome for all Arsenal fans all over the world. He has told us that two separate people have told me Partey didn't arrive with the squad, meaning that those people that always tell him about the team news before even it's brought to us to be broadcasted live here, have told him Thomas Partey has not arrived with the Arsenal squad. I don't know why. I cannot go ahead and really insinuate, but it's really a very huge blow if at all he doesn't appear or make it to this game. He went ahead to say that he arrives later. I have no info on this. So he's telling us that whether Thomas Partey arrives later, he has no news about that. So let's insinuate that Thomas Partey is out of this game. If we go that way, it's really bad. No Arsenal fan would love to hear that news in a game like this that is really almost a title decider. Their best central defensive midfielder is really out. No news. You wouldn't like to hear that Thomas Partey is out, because we know what happened at the Etihad in the FA Cup when Thomas Partey got off the field of play. Arsenal really lost the game, especially the midfield battle, because Thomas Partey had consolidated it very, very, very well. But I don't know what really happened to Thomas Partey, but there are photos we got from the website of Arsenal yesterday of which players were available during the training sessions of Arsenal. And you see, this is Thomas Partey and that is Martin Odegaard. He fully represented in the training sessions that were played or that were taken by Mikel Arteta yesterday at the London Conley. That is Thomas Partey for you. So we don't know exactly why Thomas Partey has not arrived with the team. This is Odegaard. This is Ramsdale. This is Zinchenko. With I think this is Ben White, and then Thomas Partey in action, training. Now, what is really happening? Because on the other hand, I believe it might be a trickery set up by Mikel Arteta to really make Man City think that Thomas Partey is not going to be in this team, to say to it that they really plan out elsewhere and draw a different plan altogether. But I don't exactly know what is really happening with Thomas Partey. I don't want to lie, but if he's away, it's really a huge blow. But there is one thing you have to understand, that Arsenal signed a player in the names of Jorginho, and Jorginho has been part of such games in very many occasions. That is Jorginho for you. And if at all Thomas Partey is away, Jorginho can come in and really get this job done. I think Jorginho can play well in that position because he has played better for Chelsea. He knows the importance of this game of football, and I think he can control that midfield very well, especially blocking and doing interceptions, because he's a very brilliant player. His game reading is really out of this world. His football intelligence is really stunning, and I don't think that he's a bizarre to what Arsenal is going to achieve this night or this day, if at all Partey doesn't come. And I think the worry won't be all that huge if at all Thomas Partey is not around when Jorginho is likely to come on and really take over. So that's the story coming in from this man known as Leaked Lineups. You can follow him on Instagram on updates about Thomas Partey. But Thomas Partey has not arrived with the Arsenal squad, and it's a huge blow for Thomas Partey not in the Arsenal squad as they take on City, the most important game of the week, of the month. Yes, because these two ties, they are going to be the most important games of the season. Them playing City today, and that game they're going to play in April at Etihad. They are going to be important games. One will come out and insinuate that maybe I've seen reports by the social media that maybe Thomas Partey has been arrested for the charges that he was put onto him. That charges were put onto him in the summer. I doubt that, and I cannot come here and really give room to that to flow here. But let no one lie to you that Thomas Partey is under arrest. To me, there are two things. If he's not injured, the manager is just doing a trickery on City and just trying to really put out something that Thomas Partey is not going to be part of this game, such that City is mind-gamed by Arteta. I believe that. But not until I get confirmation that Thomas Partey is not on the field of play. And that's and when will that happen? When these players of Arsenal are out warming up, we are going to get to know whether Thomas Partey is in or out. Now, as Thomas Partey is doubtful, as he was not pictured arriving with the Arsenal squad at the Emirates, there is a player that has been doubtful, but he has made it to Emirates. That is Haaland. Haaland, as you see him, he was taken off at half-time when City was playing Aston Villa, and the manager never wanted to risk him. And obviously that photo has been taken by Emnon and Jack Clark. I think they're of the Manchester Evening News. They've gone ahead and really pictured him traveling with the Arsenal squad, with Man City squad to the Emirates. This is Calvin Phillips, and obviously Erling Haaland has traveled with Man City squad to face Arsenal tonight. And that is a hint that we wanted to let you know about the news concerning this game, because it's been a very huge game and you need to be knowing everything that this game is going to bring up to you. Then Haaland himself had to say the following about Arsenal as they're going to tussle it out today at the Emirates. He said the following. That they've been good. When I look at the games, it's like I see City 4 years ago. In a lot of different things, they are good. It's been really impressive that Arteta has been good in doing. It's been really impressive that Arteta's been doing in the last couple of years and how he's been developing the team together. And obviously it's good to see these players appreciating Arteta, because if there is anything in this world that Arteta deserves, it's being commended on what he has done, on the job he has done for Arsenal, because he has done a tremendous job that Unai Emery, an experienced manager who came in at Arsenal, failed to do. But for Mikel, who was just an assistant at City, to come on and take over Arsenal and rebuild it, get rid of players like Mesut Ozil, David Luiz, Aubameyang, and very many other good players, the Lenos of this world, the Hector Bellerins, who he even made captain when he came in at Arsenal, is really great. He deserves to be commended because the job he has done at Arsenal is really out of this world. And I like that acknowledgement coming in from Haaland. And that's what professionalism brings, that iron sharpens iron. That's it. Then Haaland concluded by saying, it's impressive and Arsenal belong at the top. It's gonna be a really interesting game now on Wednesday, and I'm really looking forward to it. So Haaland is looking forward to face Arsenal, but remember the first time he faced them this season, it was in the FA. Rob Holding really failed him to do anything towards the Arsenal goal, and he won the battle, and Rob Holding was taken off. Then Saliba came on through, and when Saliba came on through and played alongside Magalhaes for the rest of the 45 minutes, they contained Haaland very well. And I think, did he have a touch in the box of Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken? Remind me a little bit. I don't remember him having a touch in the box of Arsenal. Apart from that ball, I think he had one, and the other shot that he really tried to really volley, and Tomiyasu was in goal and stopped it from going the back of the net. I think that's it for Haaland. But he's with the team. He is with the team of Man City traveling to. He's with the team. Haaland is with the team of City traveling to what we call, is it Emirates, right? And I know they've already arrived in London. Now, the Arsenal captain, can we let's not start with the Arsenal captain. Let's go with Trossard, because Trossard looks like he's a man who has been scoring against City on several occasions while he was at Brighton, and he has a message he has really issued out to a Belgium outlet as far as them playing City is concerned. Then Leandro Trossard on tonight's match against Man City has said, it's always nice to play straight away in a couple of days, and that's what's going to happen. And I think we will be ready for it. So, Trossard is sending a message to City that we are ready for you. We are ready, and no reason that we should worry about this. And I think he's one of those players that is 100% sure that City can be beaten and a game taken to them, because he has scored against City on several occasions while he's at Brighton. And I think he knows how to go past these players of City. And I think if at all there is any shock that we might expect in this game of football, it's Trossard to be given a starting slate in this game of Arsenal versus Man City, because Trossard is a different kind of player, and I believe these are kind of games where you bring him because you won't need a lot of pace most of the games. So sometimes counterattacks will be hit by Arsenal, but I believe Arsenal will be needing that composure, especially in the wide areas, because when you have that composure and you are composed in those wide areas, I believe you attract attention of players of City, and when they really get attracted to the ball, then you can find out that pass to either Odegaard, and Odegaard will really get yards of space to really move and obviously release Bukayo Saka, because that's what Arsenal should be using this season. That they should, not this season, in this game, they should be having players comfortable on the ball like Trossard, Zinchenko, Odegaard, such that they knock that ball around in the left half space and the left wide area. Then, as the ball pulls these Man City players, then either Thomas Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard goes in for the blind side, switches that ball to the blind side. And it was evident in the game of Manchester United when they scored against Leeds. Sabitzer knocked around the ball like 5-6 times to 3-5 different players of Manchester United, and then he switched that ball on the left half space where Luke Shaw was. Shaw brought in a very beautiful cross, and obviously Rashford scored. To me, it was like a training goal according to me when I saw it. And I believe when you switch that ball to Bukayo Saka with yards of space ahead of him, I think he's going to act well and better for a team known as Arsenal. So I believe it's really going to be important, and Trossard has a point in this, that he is ready for the game because he has been scoring against City on several occasions. And I think he's one of those that is really confident to take the ball to the City. Now, Odegaard has said one of City's new players this season is my Norway teammate, Erling Haaland. We got on well off the pitch, and to be honest, we've been in touch as usual this week. We don't speak much about the games anyway, so nothing much has changed. So I think he was being asked about what he thinks about Haaland and him playing for the same national team, but obviously it is not going the way he deserves it to be. So he really hinted about that, and I think he's having a very good point. And there is what Haaland talked about. I'm looking for something that Haaland talked about Odegaard. It was something that I really wanted to end up this video with, because Haaland hinted about his countrymen, that he's happy for him on what he has gone ahead to achieve at Arsenal, and he's all right, here it is. Haaland has hinted the following onto the Arsenal captain, and he's his national team captain, by the way. He doubles as the captain of the Norwegian national team. Haaland has said he's such a good footballer, and finally he's getting his full potential out. He's showing the world how good he is. That is really fantastic to see. Very fantastic to see that a player called Odegaard is expressing himself and showcasing his talent to the world. I remember Odegaard came out and said that the reason as to why he failed to get into the Madrid team was that when Zinedine Zidane gave him a chance, he got COVID and it was hard for him to get back. So that's when he failed to get into through. But when he came in at Arsenal on loan, I think it was in 2021, January, played those 6 months, played very well. Arsenal got him on a permanent because Ancelotti looked like he was not ready to welcome him at Real Madrid. But I believe now, Madrid, if at all they had put in a buyback clause, they would have really been wanting to get him back, because when you look at how he's performing at Arsenal, he has really grown into that player that we all anticipated for. Being bought from Norway at the age of 16, the buyout clause at that age that was inserted in his contract was 300 million euros. It shows you how anticipative Real Madrid were on the ceiling of this young man. But obviously, all what that he would have gone ahead to achieve at Real Madrid, as anticipated by Florentino Perez, has been really showcased at Arsenal. And to me, I tell you verbally that, to me, one of my best players in the Premier League this season is Martin Odegaard. So guys, your thoughts on Thomas Partey out of Arsenal squad? Not arriving with them are welcome in the comment section below. Haaland has traveled with a squad of Man City to London to face Arsenal. And what are your thoughts about Trossard ready for the City game? Odegaard hinting about how he is close with Haaland, and obviously Haaland also reiterating the love, or reciprocating the love that is happy to see to it that Odegaard has really met the levels that we've always anticipated from him. So guys, Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I think we are done. We are done with this, and I think the next time we come live, it's going to be the match day with team news confirming whether Thomas Partey is with the team or not, because that is the talk about town now. Everyone is anticipating to know whether Thomas Partey is with the team or not. All that and more in my next video. Let me go ahead and really put my drones out in London to see whether Thomas Partey is with the Arsenal team. By the moment I return, I would have come back with a very huge update about that. Bye-bye.